Yes. What's going on, people? Welcome to another Gunners Chatroom. Been a fantastic day. It's been a fantastic evening of football. You know, Chelsea dropping points. Last weekend, they thought that they were going to be
They're
Premier League
flexing their arms.
champions. Yeah, they thought they were going to be Premier League champions because of they drew to Arsenal. Like, oh, 10 men, we could have done more, blah, blah. And you couldn't even beat Leeds at your own ground, you know. Liverpool dropping points. Even their goal was an own goal. Not that they even scored, not that their players even scored a goal. But we're not yet to talk about Chelsea. We're not yet to talk about Liverpool. Let's talk about Arsenal because Arsenal beat Brentford. Arsenal 2, Brentford 0. Emirates. For me, I thought the game was a comfortable game, but we'll get into all of that. Johnny-Boy, my guy, how are you feeling today?
It's glad to be 5 points ahead again. Unlike you, I think Brentford game was a little bit nerve wracking for me, but the good thing about it is that we collected our 3 points, which was the most important. I'm happy that Arsenal is doing so well. So we're here to talk about it. Happy, happy, happy.
Yeah. No, it's good that Arsenal are still top of the league because we're saying off air that Pep is already beginning to play that mind games. He has been playing it since October, really, but he's beginning to get into the mind games of I'm the oldest manager in the Premier League. I've done this before. We've won 6 Premier Leagues, and most of the times that we won, we were 4 or 5 points behind in December, and we came back. The people that win the league are those that continue to grow, and I'm hoping that Arsenal continue to grow. And this is why I said that even though I thought that the Brentford game was a comfortable game because yes, they had chances. We're not playing against cones. We are playing against like a professional Premier League team. Their manager is doing bits this season. But overall, I thought it was comfortable. Yes, we got the goal. Yes, they huffed and puffed. Pryor made that save in the second half that he hit like that header where he tipped the ball onto the bar. I think apart from that, Arsenal were in total control of the game. With start control of the game. And I'm going to say something controversial, maybe that I don't see the reason why Saka came on to this game. I don't. Saka was not needed. Yes, he scored the winner, but I don't think that he was needed in this game because when Saka came on, what did the that guy that was stressing Madueke, Rico Henry? I did not see Rico Henry again. But at least Madueke and Rico Henry were having a nice battle. Saka came on. Rico Henry was not tested to the point where they could conveniently remove him and put somebody else in that position. Saka did not impact the game. I just thought Arteta should have rested the players. He wanted to rest Saka, rest him fully. He wanted to rest who else came on, Eze, rest them fully because we were in total control. For me, I thought that Rice was tired at some point. He could have easily brought on Norgard. You could have brought on Ethan. If you don't want to play Norgard, you can drop. Like, let's Merino sit deep, bring in Ethan Waneri. I thought you could have made those changes, give our other bench players minutes because the fixtures are coming thick and fast. We also got an injury, which we'll talk about, but overall professional performance. But I just thought like our players could have rested because Rice was fatigued towards the end of the game, and you could also see that in Ben White's leg, although Ben White was not fit, really, but he played exceptionally well, man of the match to me anyway. But yeah, what did you think about the game?
Um, agreement with you was a professional performance. Brentford is one of they are a very, very tricky team this season. I think one of the teams that people tipped to go down, but unfortunately for people, Brentford have really, I think they're punching above their weight this season. They have shown that it wasn't really Thomas Frank that was the brain behind the team. Brentford is just a good team, and they showed that today. Yes, you can say Arsenal was comfortable, but with 1-0, I don't think I can ever be comfortable because it just takes one chance, one mistake, like we saw in the Chelsea game, and all of a sudden it's 1-1. So even when it was 1-0, yes, Arsenal were not really tested, but I was still scared because it's like I said, it's just a 1-0 scoreline. Arteta did the right thing by making some changes, but unfortunately for him, the injuries causes is striking again, and the Timber had to come. I was happy when I didn't see Timber on the team because Timber and Rice for me are one of the two players I've always said. The two players I've always said I need rest. And Arteta rested Timber, but he played Rice. But unfortunately for Timber, one of our defender, Mosquera, went out injured.
Hmm.
Had to bring on Timber. I don't think I agree with you when you talk about Saka. I think he brought on Saka just to give Saka some, I would say maybe small minutes because me and you know that it's
He
tough.
doesn't need it. He
It's a
doesn't.
tough weekend for us.
He plays a lot of football, and there's still lots of games to come. Like we are playing Villa at the weekend. You need Saka fully rested so that he can do all those running and tracking back. Because I know, or we can tell that at the weekend, Saka will probably play like 80 or 90 minutes
Probably the
if
whole
care is
game,
not
so
taken.
yeah, the whole game.
Exactly. So why bring him on?
I mean, like I
Man,
said, probably to give him minutes. And yes, you can say Saka was, but I'm happy he didn't really exert himself today. I wouldn't say he exerted himself in the match today. So you can as
yeah,
well say
because Brentford were
it was
not
a
a
small
threat.
training. It
That's
was
what I
a
was
small
saying.
training for him. So that's the way I look at it. I was happy with the performance with Incape. I enjoyed his performance today. He
Hmm.
improved from Chelsea's game. Then White was massive today. Califori was as well good. Odegaard, it wasn't that fantastic, but he's
Yeah,
just coming back from
we'll
injury.
do player rating. Don't worry.
Yeah,
But let's talk about this injury, this Mosquera injury, right? Arsenal has spent the most of their transfer transfer budget on signing defenders for the last couple of seasons, right? This summer when we signed, people were saying we no longer need defenders. We have a lot of defenders, just an attackers. We signed both attackers and defenders. It was even reported that they had finished all their transfer dealings, but Berta was like, let's squeeze in, let's still get in
yes.
Cape.
Let's get
Let's get
one.
in Cape. We brought him in. But we have now three of our centre backs injured in the last 3 or 4 matches. Saliba has a knock, Gabriel injured, now Mosquera. We don't know how serious it is. Maybe it's just precautionary, but what does that mean going forward? We'll talk about who is going to be our centre back pairing. Don't worry, but like, what does that mean for our fixtures going forward? Let me run through some of those fixtures for you. Right, we
Okay.
have Villa at the weekend, followed by Club Brugge in the Champions League, then followed by Wolves, then Everton, then Crystal Palace in the quarterfinal of the Carabao Cup, and then Brighton Boxing Day fixture 27th, and then Aston Villa again on 30th of December. Right, very very tough games. So,
Of
what does this
fixtures.
injury mean for Arsenal's title runnings? I would say.
I'm praying to the God Almighty that Mosquera's injury isn't serious because it's almost Arsenal at cost. We had a point just coming off from a point whereby most of our attackers were injured, and
Hmm.
now they are beginning to come back or they're coming back, and then now it's as if it's the turn of the defenders to go out injured because right now, like we have three defenders out injured, and if we are to go by if we are to take, okay, so let's say for instance the three of them are injured right now going to the Villa game.
Hmm.
That means we are barely scraping the bones here. That means Timber has to fill in as center back, which is natural
Yeah.
position. Hopefully, Saliba and Mosquera's injuries are not serious. I don't mind Mosquera not playing against Villa. That's fine. I just pray Saliba comes back. And for next week's fixtures, I think it's a good time for our players to get some rest because I don't really, even if we lose to Club Brugge, I don't really care about that game because that's already have 15 points. We should finish in the top 8, so I'm not really bothered about that game.
Hmm.
Wolverhampton at home, I believe it's going to be at home. I
Yeah.
think Arsenal should be more than enough, even if we rest some key players to win that game. The top fixtures will be probably Everton and
Everton
then
away.
Everton away and then Aston Villa at home as well again.
Remember Brighton as well.
Those-
Brighton is also at home.
Yes, so I'm Brighton. So
Yeah.
those will be our tough
And
fixtures.
Crystal Palace quarterfinal. You have to play your strongest team. It's quarterfinal of a cup.
Oh,
You want to win a trophy, so
true.
yeah,
But I don't
Crystal
want to
Palace
go.
are not going to rest their
I don't want
players.
to go too much into Palace's game. I want to see our games against Villa. Let's hopefully we come out unscathed against
Hmm.
Villa and Club Brugge before we
Yes.
talk about Palace. But
Yeah.
right now, hopefully, Saliba's injury isn't that serious. Hopefully, hopefully we're just rested today and yesterday, and then hopefully Mosquera's injury is not serious as well because we
Yeah.
need all the defenders. It's proving a masterstroke from Beta where he did that. It's proving a masterstroke because it's true. A lot of guys were like, "Yo, we have spent the last couple of seasons buying defenders. We don't
Yes.
need more." But it's almost as if Beta saw the future. I said, "There's no harm in having an extra defender, and it's paying dividends now." So
Mhm.
Hopefully our
Yeah.
defenders' injuries are not serious.
Okay. So now let's. Mosquera is injured. We don't know how long he's going to be injured for. So who do we think is going to be the centre back pairing? For me, Timber came in today. Yes, slotted in at centre back. I don't mind that. I like that Arteta did not bring like push Ben White into centre back and made Timber right back because Ben White was having a fantastic game at right back. He didn't change that. But for me, I think that it's time. I don't even know. Can we push Calafiori in and play Miles Lewis Kelly on against Aston Villa? So a centre back pairing of Calafiori and maybe Nkape. But Nkape is left footed, isn't it? So for balance, it has to be like you said, maybe Timber or Ben White. Ben White is not 100% fit. I don't want it to play that right back on Saturday against Aston Villa. Morgan Rogers is on form. Morgan Rogers will just skip like he's going to turn Ben White. So Timber has to be the one at right back for me, in my own opinion. So Timber at right back, maybe Ben White
Are you
and
sure you can play two left footers? But the problem
no,
is that Ben White is not really strong at centre back. That's my problem. He's not really. I don't
but
trust
he
him as
plays
centre
there.
back.
But he plays there at Netherlands, and he has played there. He played there before, in Ajax before he came to the Arsenal. So surely he
Yeah,
knows how to
Timber
play.
is fine at centre back, but like White at centre back, I don't trust.
But he
That's the
played
problem.
it for Arsenal. That's where we signed him to play. Remember, that's where he was
Yeah, but he
playing
wasn't.
before.
Remember, he wasn't fantastic at centre back. That's why he was moved to right
But it's
back.
just one
He
game.
wasn't fantastic.
He's a tall guy. We need him for set pieces.
Yeah, but the one game
Remember,
is a
remember
tough
the
game. That's
goal.
the problem.
But
It's a
remember
tough
the goal
game.
that Chelsea scored. Remember the goal that Chelsea scored is because Timber was a short man. He could not, and he was ball watching as well. He could not really go for the ball. We need someone there that will be like bully them John McGinn and Ole Watkins scored a brace today, right? So he will
Really.
fancy his chances against Arsenal at their ground. He likes to score against Arsenal as well because he was an Arsenal fan. He has a bone to pick with them. Emery is going to come attacking. So I just think we need tall defenders. Emery likes to like play crosses in as well. So Timber is too short for all those for all of that. So for me, my back four is going to be Miles Lewis Kelly,
Wow.
MLS,
It was Kelly.
Calafiori. Yes, I'm bringing in Skelly, Calafiori, White, and Timber. That will be my back four
So
against
you're
Aston Villa.
dropping Hincapi,
Yes, yes,
even though
yes,
he's
and
he's
yes.
improving. To me,
He's,
I
he's,
like
he's
Hincapi.
all
He's
right.
aggressive and he's improving.
The only reason I'm dropping Nkapi, okay, yeah, the only reason why am I? Yeah, you're right. But if I
Fun
just
enough,
think
I trust Hincapi more than MLS because MLS seems to have that bosom moment when he does something stupid and this game we don't need.
it's not Bosom, I just think the refs are targeting him because they know he likes to buy foul, so they give him yellow card to calm down. That's
No,
what I
but
think.
his card against Chelsea was deserved because he pulled the guy back.
Oh please, let's not talk about Chelsea. Okay, you've convinced me. Back four. Okay, Calafiori, Nkape, still Ben White. So Ben White, Nkape will be centre back pairing, and then
Okay.
Timber, Calafiori on the fullback position. What about you? What will be your own back four against
Oh, so
Aston
we are
Villa?
going on the premise that Saliba and Mosquera are out injured, I guess.
Yes, yes, yes. And
Okay.
that Gabriel is still out.
I would follow your back for the only change I'll make is probably I'll switch Ben White with Timber. That's probably the only switch I'll make.
So you say Ben White right back,
Ben
Timber
White
centre
right
back.
back and Timber. Just because
But you
I
just
know.
said that you don't trust Timber as centre back. I don't
No, I
understand.
trust Timber at center, but that's why I trust him because he's enough. His position is funny enough, even for Netherlands right now. Timber plays
Yes.
is Timber and Van Dijk as their center back pairing, and
Mhm.
then Van de Ven as a left back. So I trust Timber more as a center back than White because White, even when he was at his peak for Arsenal, he really struggled at center back. That's why he was moved to the right back. And
Mm.
today's game, he played all right against whoever I think was Shada that played on the left. So
Yeah,
I think
yeah. Again, to me, they
I
were
will
not
keep him
threatening.
as right back and play
They,
Timber
they were
just
not
because
threatening.
Timber, Mark Rogers is probably going to be more in the middle. So I prefer Timber to face Rogers than Timber White. That's just me. That's the only change I'll make. But my back four is the same with you, just same similar back four with you. Just change your
Okay,
positions. That's all.
fair enough. Before we go into previewing Aston Villa, right? Let's quickly do some player ratings because I think we've jumped too far. Player ratings, as usual, no numbers, just the drill now.
Yeah.
From poor all the way to outstanding. Raya, what are you rating? We'll go one player by player. Right.
Right. I'll say he had a good game. He wasn't really tested apart from the save he made that he pushed onto the bar. I think he
Mhm.
had a pretty comfortable game. So good because he wasn't tested. So I'll say good.
Right. Calafiori, I'll say excellent for Calafiori was exceptional today. I think his form, he should long may that form continue.
Yeah.
You know.
Should have scored as well.
Yes.
Should have scored as well.
At least two goals. At least one of two that he took. Yes. Unkapie.
Excellent as well. He had a very magnificent game. He started off wrong, poorly against Chelsea, but he got better against Chelsea, and I'm happy this game too. He got better as well. So he had an excellent game to me. He was very solid today. He didn't give any of the attackers any space. Even when they brought in Igor Jesus, I was kind of scared, but he dealt with Jesus well. So excellent game all around.
Fair enough. And Mosquera, I would say good. Good when it was playing, just good. I think Unkapi has played much better in an Arsenal shirt than today. To be
Yes,
fair, so good. And then Ben White.
excellent as well. We're a little bit skeptical. I was a little bit skeptical for him coming to this game because he has not really been himself
Mhm.
since his injury. But he had a decent game, defended well, attacked well as well. So excellent. So it was excellent.
Fair enough. For me, I'll still say I'll say outstanding. He's for me, he's my man of the match because he played very very well. He reminded us of his contribution to the teams in the last couple of seasons. That look, I'm still that guy. He had a good connection with Ben, not Ben White, with Madueke. He had a good connection with Odegaard. Was running in behind, dictating the pace of the game from the right. So outstanding for him. But in the middle, let's go to the middle. Declan Rice. You go for Rice.
I think he had a very good game. Kept the ball ticking, didn't make any mistakes, helped the attack, helped the defense. Hopefully his injury is not serious precaution. He needed to come off. So he had a very, very good game. I'll give him very good.
Mm. Would you consider to digress a bit? Would you consider Rice to play centre back on Saturday?
No, 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 no. I can't no, no, no. I can't play right as centre back, please. No, no, no.
Oh,
He's
okay,
too important in the middle to play centre back. He's too important.
fair enough. You don't trust Noga that much, I see. Um, Next person, Merino. Merino, I would say excellent game, a goal and an assist. He wasted lots of chances. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but overall it was all right. Excellent for Merino, and then Zubimendi.
Very good. He didn't really make any bad mistakes. Like he had a poor game, maybe poor game against Chelsea, but today he was very good. Did what he needed to do. Normal passes, gave pass when he was to pass. Helped us defensively. So very good game for me.
Mhm. Martinelli, poor game for Martinelli for me. I don't know what he was doing on the pitch. To be honest with you, he should just be a super sub. I don't think.
I think that's the conclusion we Martinelli will turn out to be. He probably become a super. I
Yeah,
think that most Atlanta fans have accepted that he's
yeah.
better as a sub. So
Because when
I can
Eze came on, Eze had more on, like, did more things on the ball than Martinelli did
yes,
for
he
60
troubled
minutes. Kind of thing.
Coyote more. He should. He troubled
Yeah,
Coyote more. Yeah.
yeah. So Paul is the worst player for today, Martinelli, and Saka. Oh,
He scored a
Madueke,
goal.
Madueke first. Madueke,
Madueke.
sorry.
I'll say Madueke was excellent. He kept
Mhm.
Nico Harry on his toes throughout the whole game. That's one thing I like. I think that's the difference between Saka and Madueke. Madueke is constantly running at his fullback. I don't know why he did that against Chelsea, maybe because he was formatted. But against Brentford today, he
Yeah,
always when he had the ball, he always ran at Rico Henry. Rico Henry
yeah.
was very like he couldn't attack because Madueke was on his neck. So excellent game. Should have scored, but he didn't score. So
But that's
excellent game
that's
all
Madueke for us.
excellent game all around. Excellent game.
I almost forgot Odegaard. Odegaard, I'm going to say good game overall. Yes, he's still coming back from injury, trying to feel his way into the team. Yeah, good game. And the subs, Timber. What are you rating Timber?
Excellent game. Excellent game. He came in. I didn't even mix Mosquera. I didn't miss Talibai. Solid
Mm-hmm.
at the back. Complimented Hikapi. Complimented White. Solid game. and that is why he's most reliable for Arsenal this season. I think he's one of the players our coach trusts so much. So Timber
Yeah,
was excellent today.
yeah. And Eze, I would say very good game for Eze today. I mean, could have gotten an assist, obviously,
Yeah, he could shoot.
but it was good for me. There was no reason for Eze to come on. There was no reason for
I mean, but
Saka.
we just agreed that Martinelli had a poor game. So who was going to
Yes.
place? Who was going to replace
Again,
Martinelli?
bring one area on. Like there, we have options. I just think we have
He doesn't
options.
trust Waneri. Like it's
Just
so
change the shape.
obvious.
Bring,
It's
yeah,
obvious
just
for
change
the
the
he
shape.
doesn't trust Waneri. He
No,
doesn't
I don't
trust.
think he doesn't trust them. It's just he trusts the senior players more. And one rated like 18, 19. In his mind, he's still waiting for one to develop some more. The way I'm thinking, the way he did Saliba, give him that hunger so that when he eventually gets into the team, he wants to fight and keep his position. He should not just think that I'm an 18-year-old superstar and he should not get to his head type of situation. But anyways, so I said is a good game. Saka, what are you rating Saka?
Good game as well. He scored, came on, scored. He didn't do much apart from his
Mhm.
goal. I think you were saying he was not supposed to come on. Well, me, I said he's supposed to come on just to get me. So he had a good game. He scored. That's all.
Fair enough.
That's yeah.
And the last person that came on, Gyökeres, I would just say all right. I don't think he didn't contribute that much anyway today. Yeah, so just all
He
right.
did what
We'll
he
both,
was supposed to do. So yeah.
yeah. Let's both rate the manager. What are you rating the manager today?
I think he made the subs which I expected him to make in terms of starting lineup. Maybe apart from Rice, but every other lineup he made, that's what I expected him to make. So I would say he had an excellent game. Made the subs at the right time. I think made the subs at the right time as well. So excellent game. Clean sheet, win, everything.
Fair. For me, I will say just good game. Just good, man.
Yes, because of the
Because
subs. You don't want
yeah,
him to
just because of the subs. Like you could have brought in Nogard. At least Nogard will want to play well against his former team. You could have brought in Waneri. You could have just left Saka on the bench. Bring in Gyökeres. Let Gyökeres play a lot more minutes because we will need him back as our centre forward. We can't keep playing with Merino as the false nine. I know Arteta prefers false nines to out and out strikers, but he should have just given Gyökeres more minutes, more time to get back into the thick of the game against so that he's well ready for Aston Villa. But he didn't do that.
But,
So
but I think Nogard is going to get that opportunity to try. I believe Nogard is probably going to play against Wolverhampton and Club Brugge. So he's going to get that as well next week. So next week is the
yeah, for me, if you want, because at this rate, he's going to play him at the Carabao Cup quarterfinal. But if you want him to be ready for the quarterfinal, you have to start giving them minutes from now. You don't just
he's
throw
going to
them
get
into the
next
game.
week. He's going to get his minutes
Okay,
back to back.
I'll-
Going to get his minutes. I see him get his minutes next week. So patient with Nogard. Patient with Nogard.
we'll see. We'll see. Now let's talk about Villa. Villa, the supposed informed team of the Premier League. Right now, they are third. Chelsea. Chelsea have gone all the way down, all the way down the table.
All the muscle Shalba was showing against Arsenal.
Don't mind them. Caicedo FC. Anyways, and they're playing another 2 games without Caicedo. Long may that continue. But yeah, Aston Villa informed team. All their last 5 games, win, 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 win. Champions League, win, win, win. Carabao Cup, win, 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 win. Home 5 games, win, 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 win. Away 5 games, win, 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 win. Brighton were leading today 2-0, and then it came back, smoked them 4-2. Obviously, Brighton eventually scored another one, got a consolation 4-3. Una Emery, former Arsenal manager, always tried to make it difficult for Arsenal and big teams in general, to be fair. So how do you see that game panning out with considering our injuries and every other factor that you can think about? Okay, why? Okay, go ahead.
Villa's game is going to be tough. Just like you said, Villa is, I think, they're the most informed team probably in Europe. If you can say Europe, I wouldn't argue with that. And like you said, Emery, for some reason, I think he holds grudges against Arsenal. So against Arsenal, since he took over Villa, Arsenal have never had 6 points against him. In fact, his first season in Villa, he collected 6 points from us, if I remember.
Yeah.
And last season, we beat him at Villa Park and then drew at Emirates Stadium.
Yes.
So it's going to be a tricky game. I think this is one of the fixtures I looked at and said it's going to be a difficult game against Villa, which is why I hope Saliba is going to be fit and then trusted as well. This is one of the games I don't really care about the performance, to be very honest with you. Just get me the result, come out with the game, even if it's a 1-0 or 2-0. I don't give a damn about the performance. Just get me the result. Villa is going to be a very tough game. They are on form right now. World
Yeah.
Kings, Rogers is back to his form from last season. McGinn, Kamara. So they're a very tough team. So and it's seven, and just to put a point as well, it's the first kick of the weekend, I believe. So
Yes,
that
yes.
yeah, so that's going to be also a very tricky game. And I think I watched a podcast where he said an ex-footballer said one of the hardest games to play is the 12:30 kickoff. Even
Hmm.
Klopp as well also made mention of that. He
Yeah, he
said
didn't. Club never liked it.
yeah,
Yes.
he said he hates the 12:30 kickoff. And I understand why. It's like, you're just waking up, it's early in the day, sun is hot, so getting yourself
Well, no
in the
sun
mood.
this time.
Yeah. It's one of the features whereby I don't give a damn about the performance. Just
Mhm.
go in there, give me the result. We need to win that game because it's going to set the tone for the weekend. Because if Arsenal wins the game, it puts a damp on it puts pressure on Man City and whatever is feeling us. If
Yes.
Arsenal loses the game now, God forbid, but like if we don't get the result, it gives chance for Man City. So Arsenal have to win the game. So I see us winning the game, Shao. I would say 2-1 Arsenal.
Right. So for me, I think it's going to be a tough game away from home. I think for me, I think already that fatigue is beginning to hit the players. I can see that we've dropped our intensity has dropped a bit in the last couple of games. The only time, like obviously against Bayern Munich, like the energy level was high because we had space all over the pitch. But in the Premier League, I feel like our energy levels have dropped a bit. And some of the last games away from home, Sunderland away we drew,
Yeah.
Chelsea away we drew, even though they had 10 men. And now we're going to Villa Park. Villa are on form, like I said, all of their the last 5 home games for them has been wins, and so and obviously they dominated Brighton, winning scoring 4 goals. So they'll be up for it at their ground. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one, especially if we don't have Gabriel and Saliba. I'm not making excuses here, but it's going to be tough because we know that those guys they try the same way them Chelsea and Sunderland were trying to be rough and rugged. John
That's
McGinn is going to do that. John McGinn is
yes.
going to try to
You're right.
rattle all Arsenal players. Um, what you might call it, Morgan Rogers is on form. Ole Watkins just scored 2 goals. He will be on. Will be wanting to score.
A boy with Arsenal fan too, so he has something to.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah. Onana is also good from set pieces as well. So that's why I didn't want any short person like Timber as center back for set pieces. But
I
yeah, it's
mean,
going to,
still by 6 foot, so 6'1", I believe.
yeah, he feels like he looks short compared to our other players,
True, true, true.
So yeah, that is going to be an interesting game, and obviously I'm hoping that we win. Let's talk about Danger Man as the last things before we go.
What do you think the score is going to be?
Scoreline. Well, I'll hope for a tight 1-0 Arsenal.
I take that too. I take that.
Yeah.
Clean
I
sheet.
want us to score, be the first to score, and just make the game boring. I want a boring performance. A boring 1-0 is what I'm
I
looking
don't even
for.
give it that performance. Just give me the win. Yeah, you're right. It's one of those games.
Yeah.
Performance
Yeah, a boring
I don't
1-0.
give
But
a damn.
the score, obviously, we need to get 2 goals. But yeah, I'm hoping I'm predicting a 1-0. But yes, who do you think would be Arsenal's danger man in this game? Because already we
Um,
know Morgan Rogers for them, and McGinn is going to be up for it. Watkins, I think those will be the guys up for it. But yes, what you what you
I
saying?
think I think I think Gyökeres is probably going to start this game. So I'm saying Gyökeres. We need Gyökeres in this game
Mm-hmm.
because I think Villa plays a highlight. So we need Gyökeres in this game to push their centre backs backwards. So we need Gyökeres. Obviously, we need Saka. And I would say we also need Eze. Eze has to play well against Villa. I don't want what he
It's
did.
not really played well away from home. That's another minus on Aze's
I don't
part,
want what he did against Chelsea. Chelsea was anonymous, but I need him to step up against Villa. He needs to step up against Villa. He needs to. So I would say Saka, Gyökeres, Rice. Rice is very important to know. That's why I hope Rice injury was precautionary today. I would say
Mhm.
Rice, Saka, and Gyökeres and Eze, four of them.
Hmm. Right. So I'm not as optimistic as you. I think it's just going to be it's probably be a set piece thing. So it's going to be Rice and Saka for me. That will be the danger man for Arsenal. They might not be the goal scorers, but they'll be the ones creating the goals. This is what I think is going to be. But yes, you guys let us know what you think in the comment section below. Any other points you want us to talk about before we go?
I think like we were talking about, would you take the Champions League game next to serious?
Yes, I always take every game serious, but obviously we need rotation. And when you rotate, Arteta, please leave the big guys on the bench. Okay, don't panic because I think because Brentford brought on their senior players, Arteta was like, oh no, they'll probably score. Let me bring my own guys too. No,
I
no, no.
can't
If
blame
you are
him for that.
if you're resting your play, if you want to rest your players, rest your players. Trust your team more. You sign all these players, trust them more. Let those guys have minutes in their legs so that they don't get injured once they have like a 2 game run streak like Mosquera.
So your conclusion that he should trust Nogard and Waneri more.
Trust Nogard more, trust Waneri more, bring on Dauman, you know.
I mean, that man is 15. You're talking about Waneri 18, but that man is. I understand why he doesn't want to put that man around. That man is quite young.
Yes, but
15.
like you said, win, lose, or draw, we'll still be in the top 8. So rest those guys, right? Rest those guys so that they'll be fresh for January. January, like all the matches does not end in December. FA Cup is going to start in January,
Yeah.
right? Yes, the Champions League will have a pause a bit in January, but it's still going to be a game every 3 days. If we for example beat Crystal Palace in the quarterfinals, we'll be playing the semi-finals in like January as well. So we need to keep rotating, keep these boys fresh so that all those 60
True.
minutes, 30 minutes that is trying to sub players now, everybody is fresh and it's not just like Saka must play 80, 90 minutes, Rats must play 80, 90 minutes, Gyökeres must play 80, 90 minutes. No, if everybody is fresh, it's easier to say, okay, you are starting this game, you are coming as a sub this game. So just rotate everybody, keep the squad fresh instead of
I
trusting
think
the same people
that's
over
one
and over and
point
over again.
you and I agree on. That's one point you and I agree on, that he needs to trust his second team or his squad better, because he will need
Mhm.
them down the line, because Rice can't keep on playing 90 minutes every match. Timber can't
No.
keep on playing 90 minutes. So you need all those guys to have minutes in their legs so that when they're called upon, they can easily just step in and without no fatigue or feeling like a
Yeah.
low minutes. So I agree with you. Thank God. I think I saw Jesus on the bench today, though he didn't come over. I was happy
Yeah.
to see him on the bench, so that's a good sight. Hopefully, he gets some minutes next week, because I
No,
don't I don't.
it's still too early for him to start getting minutes. He should get against Wolves. Let him come on against Wolves. He should play
I
like
mean,
5 minutes against Wolves.
against Bruce, he can get 10, 15 minutes, because for him to be on
Mm.
the bench, that means he's a little bit
He's been
mad.
out for over a year.
For him to be on the bench, that means he has been certified a little
No,
bit mad.
they should do what Wenger used to do. Go and play him on the 23s. Let him play like
I'm
two or
sure
three matches there.
he's gonna do that, but like I'm happy he's back. Havertz, hopefully he's back by next week, because Arteta
I
keeps
don't
on
even
saying,
I don't even want them to play him at all, Jesus, so they can sell him in January. Let him be all right so you can go and pass a medical somewhere.
uh, I
So you
mean,
can go.
so yeah. But do you think Arsenal needs players in January though?
Oh, at the way our defenders are going, we might need another defender.
I saw a news today that Semenyo's agents were in Emirates Stadium today. Is that
Yeah,
a
all
sign
those.
that we're going for Semenyo?
Yeah, I don't trust. Again, you know me already. I don't do transfer rumors until they sign. I don't trust anything anybody is saying. It's
But it
just
seems the news going around is that Arsenal is looking for somebody to buy this January, which I like. It shows that we're actually being serious this season, that oh yeah, we have to win something this season,
if we are
something
to
serious.
if we are buying anybody, it should be a capable backup to Declan Rice because we don't have
Yes,
that.
yes, yes. I
Yes,
agree with you
we
100%.
we
Yes.
need a capable deputy for Declan Rice. But anyways, yes, that's the show today, guys. You guys let us know what you think. Please press the like button, subscribe if you're new or yet to do so, and we'll see you live again
ROP this Sunday
on
after
our play.
Arsenal beats Aston Villa.
Definitely. Until then, people, take care. Come on, you
Have a
Gunners,
wonderful week, guys.
and
Up
peace.
Gunners.